Good afternoon and welcome to Convocation. Please remain standing. Before we begin, could everybody please make sure that your cell phones are off or on silent. Please stand as we welcome one of our student a cappella groups, Drastic Measures, to sing the national anthem.
Tight squeeze, everybody. One, two, three.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose proud stripes and bright stars through the perilous fights o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Good job, guys. Yeah, good.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you, Drastic Measures. Please be seated.
Now it's your turn.
Wherever we travel or live, there is a history that is important to know and understand. It is a pleasure to welcome our Associate Professor of History, Dr. Charlotte Carrington Farmer, to the podium to provide insight about the history of our namesake, Roger Williams, this incredible campus, town, and state. Professor Carrington Farmer.
Thank you. It's my pleasure to share some of the history of our namesake, these lands, and the town of Bristol to help you connect with your new home. As our namesake Roger Williams would have said, "What cheer, Neatop?" What cheer is 17th century English for what cheery news do you bring? It's essentially a 17th century what's up. And Neatop is the Narragansett word for friend. So what cheer, Neatop? One of the things that our namesake Roger Williams believed is that the indigenous peoples that he knew were equal in God's eyes. He famously said, "Nature knows no difference between Europe and Americans in birth, blood, and bodies." He told his fellow settled colonists to boast not proud, English, of thy birth and blood. Thy brother Indian is by birth as good. And due to our namesake's vision, Rhode Island was arguably the freest place in the Western world at the time, which not only respected indigenous rights, but valued religious freedom and broke church and state apart. All of these things are worthy of honor today. But during his lifetime, Roger Williams was banished. He was despised, he received death threats, and his books were burned for his new and dangerous opinions. Before creating this visionary colony, Roger Williams was a college student, just like you. He didn't come from money, and he was only able to study at university because of a scholarship and a financial aid package. And it was through hard work, intelligence, and drive that Roger Williams got his college degree. And I think these are things for you to keep in mind over the next 4 years. It would be easy for me to just tell you the good stuff about our namesake today. However, we need to acknowledge some other difficult truths. Roger strove in many ways to respect the sovereignty and humanity of the indigenous peoples of these lands, but in other ways he actively contributed to their enslavement. In 1637, just 1 year after Providence was founded upon the principles of freedom, Roger had an unfree indigenous child in his house, a boy who he renamed and took away from his family. The location of our campus is implicated in this legacy too. In 1676, Metacom was murdered at Patumtuck, or Mount Hope Farm, just up the road from campus. And from there, his family was sold into slavery, and our namesake profited directly from this. However, despite enslavement, oppression, forced removal, and documentary genocide, indigenous peoples are still here. They're not historical, vanquished, or assimilated communities, and they maintain unique, complex, and important relations to the lands, waters, and non-human creatures and beings that surround us here on campus and beyond. And whatever your major, I encourage you to take classes in the humanities to learn more about this important history and contemporary issues. Remember, decolonization is not a metaphor, so look for ways to actively increase your knowledge and bring about change. It's also my job to welcome you to your new home, the town of Bristol, Rhode Island. And as the red, white, and blue center line through the middle of town reminds us, Bristol is home to the oldest continually running 4th of July parade, front and center in America's history of freedom. But Bristol also has a more difficult history to confront too. In the 18th and 19th century, the town was the epicenter of the American trade in enslaved peoples. Bristol's economy was tied to the West Indies and South America, and almost every business in the town was connected to the trade and slavery itself. Slavery was not just a distant idea, and enslaved peoples were present in this town from the get-go. And by 1750, Rhode Island held the highest proportion of enslaved peoples in New England. 10% of the total population was enslaved, and that was double the northern average. And during this period, Rhode Islanders purchased and sold more enslaved peoples than all other traders throughout the entire country. So let that sink in. We must remember that enslavement was contested, though, at every step, and freedom seekers ran away, lobbied for their freedom, and worked to live full lives within the constraints of enslavement. And you can learn more about this legacy through local public humanities projects, such as the Rhode Island Slave History Medallions and the Bristol Middle Passage and Pork Marker Project. My final welcome this afternoon is to the state of Rhode Island, where our state motto is hope. So my final words are ones of hope for you today. Don't be afraid to use your knowledge, however difficult it is to grapple with, to bring change to this world. The past and the present are always interconnected. So whether you're majoring in business or marine biology or engineering, you need the humanities to help you contextualize your place on this campus and beyond. Use your next 4 years here to immerse yourself in your university, your town, and your state communities. And I hope along the way you use your education for good. So once again, as Roger would have said, what cheer, NETOP, and I look forward to learning with you over the next 4 years. Thank you.
Thank you, Professor Carrington Farmer. Greetings and welcome to President Mialis, academic deans, our faculty, university administrators, staff, marshals, orientation advisors, student leader volunteers, parents, family members, and especially the first year and transfer students comprising the entering class. As Vice President for Student Life, I thank you for participating in convocation exercises today and for celebrating this important milestone together. For both family members and students, today is a day of powerful and competing emotions. The energy created by pride, happiness, and excitement conflicting with anxiety about the transition to university life, making new friends, taking on new academic challenges, and saying goodbye temporarily to loved ones. Every student here today, with the help of family, friends, teachers, and coaches, has navigated through a worldwide pandemic that changed the course of your high school experience, resulting in adaptation and resilience. Similarly, today, we had to adapt. This ceremony was supposed to be outdoors, with family members being able to attend in person. We welcome our family members virtually across campus or at home, and we hope you get comfortable in your chairs. We will only be together for less than the length of a typical class, 50 minutes. Joining you today in this field house are the dedicated faculty, staff, and student leaders who are committed to mentoring and assisting you to your transition to Roger. Do not hesitate to reach out, ask questions, seek guidance, and make suggestions. They are here for you. Students may be asking, what is so special about this convocation ceremony? Well, we already covered one of your questions: how long will it last? Do the people on the platform party realize how crowded we are together and that our chairs are tied together? And what in the world would lead the faculty marshals and platform party to put on long, dark robes today, in August? Don't they know how ridiculous they look? Yes, we do. Some family members may want a longer ceremony today, despite the conditions, a longer goodbye, while others have begun planning reallocation of bedroom and closet space at home. History informs us that the term convocation dates back to the 14th century, was originally used to describe important religious gatherings, and then adopted by universities to celebrate academic ceremonies such as the beginning of the school year. At Roger Williams, convocation begins with a procession of the entering class, led by bagpipers, and the class wearing hawk emblazoned shirts in unity, and continues with messages from university community members formally welcoming the entering class to our learning community. Importantly, convocation concludes with the new class reciting the Pledge of Academic Integrity together. Your first week is upon us. Your orientation will continue with several important transition programs this week, including fall orientation, and your first full day of classes this Wednesday. By the end of the coming week, you will have a deeper sense of why you are here, what faculty expect, why every class matters, who is here to help you, and why every student is important. Learning is central to all we do as a university, and while we learn together, new and returning students, faculty, and staff, we are in the process of building community and caring about each other. This is hard work that requires patience, humility, and honesty, especially during challenging and rapidly changing times. Being a community member requires intentional investment and action. True community members don't stand by while a peer struggles with any of life's challenges, loss, injustice, or bias. They reach out and lift them up, offering empathy, intervention, and support. The call to community requires all of us to listen and understand each other, to welcome and embrace all expressions of diversity and identity, and to respect and value the dignity of each individual and their experiences. The university welcomes each of you and your family members to the Roger Williams University community. It is now my pleasure to welcome Amy Tiberio, Vice President of Enrollment Management, to the podium for the presentation of the entering class to President Mialis and the Roger Williams University community.
Good afternoon. My role today is to officially introduce the entering class of new first-year and transfer students to the greater campus community as you begin your Roger Williams academic career. We're so excited for you, and we are honored that you have chosen Roger Williams as your new home. Individually, you've all taken very different pathways to join us, and it's exciting to be able to welcome you all today for the first time as one full class of new students. Allow me to share just a few high-level characteristics and facts about you and your new classmates. You come to us from 630 different public and private high schools and transfer institutions. You hail from 29 states and are citizens of 30 countries. 83% of you are out-of-state students. 21% identify as BIPOC, making this the most racially and ethnically diverse undergraduate student class in RWU history. You continue to positively enhance the diversity of our overall student body as we continue to strive for more improvement in this critical area. Your involvements and hobbies are also diverse. You're athletes, activists, volunteers, musicians, dancers, actors, poets, and so much more. And you are one of the most academically talented classes we've ever had. In addition, and more specifically, within this class, we welcome someone who is recognized by the Red Cross for saving 2 people's lives as a lifeguard, a 3rd-degree black belt in Taekwondo, a member of the World Touring Young People's Chorus of New York City, someone who was selected to have his own art exhibit at a gallery in Newport, an award-winning podcaster, a 1st-degree black belt in karate, someone who hiked to the Mount Washington Summit, a restorative justice practitioner, several state athletic champions, someone who delivered a TEDx talk, a circus act performer, several entrepreneurs, several presidents of clubs and service groups, many Girl Scout Gold Award and Eagle Scout recipients, and many children and siblings of RWU alumni. I can only touch on the talents and experiences you're bringing to us. Please know individually, each of you will make us a better institution, and collectively, you are an amazing class. We cannot wait to see how you will challenge us and help us grow. More importantly, please know that you are here because we believe in you, and we know that you can succeed. It is now my privilege to hand off this incredible class to our president. Dr. Mialis, I'm pleased to present to you the 1st year and transfer students representing this fall 2023 entering class.
Thank you. Good afternoon. I'm very excited to officially welcome you to Roger Williams University. I know about first day jitters that you may feel being in a new place. So please don't be fooled by my Rhode Island accent. I actually grew up in Greece, and I was the first in my family to attend a 4-year college. And when my mom dropped me off at the airport, she was crying her eyes out because I was leaving her. By the way, I was eventually replaced by 19 cats, but that's a different story. I spent yesterday morning helping out with the moving in, and wow, you have a lot of stuff. I helped a family unload their car. They brought 6 huge cases of water. You know, we do have water in Bristol, you know. I arrived in Boston from Athens with just 2 suitcases, quite a bit less than what I saw in the moving in yesterday. My parents had no idea what a typical American college experience would be. I had my 2 suitcases, and one of them was a brand new 3-piece suit. My father took me to his tailor to get a suit so I could be properly attired for college classes. Can you imagine? So picture me emerging from my dorm room on the first day of classes at Tufts, full suit and tie, and a leather briefcase in my hands. My roommate Jaws dropped. "Where the heck are you going?" he asked. "Do you have a job interview already?" And then, of course, all of my neighbors there in the dorm burst into laughter. And I ran into my room and immediately changed into jeans. I never wore that suit again, and that was totally a Borat moment for me. So I'm going to my 1st year at Roger Williams President, and I know you're only supposed to be in college for 4 years, but I love it so much here. I guess that makes me a super senior. Don't worry, parents, that you're watching on TV. Your children will go on to careers after they leave, or a few additional years to pursue an MBA, graduate degree, or a PhD. But for me, I'm grateful to serve this community and be entering my 5th year at this amazing place. I spent 16 years of my career outside higher education, where I served as president of the Museum of Science in Boston before I joined Roger Williams University. And I miss the community of a university campus. And at Roger Williams, in just a short time, this place has truly become home to me. And I know it will feel like home to you too. When you see me on campus, I encourage you to come by and say hi. Some days I'll be walking Happy, our black Labrador dog, along with my wife Heidi, who comes from Belgium. Heidi, can you stand up so everybody sees who you are? So Happy celebrated her 100 human years equivalent birthday this summer. She's about 14 and a half years old, but she's going strong. So I know some of you may want to say hi to Happy more than us, but that's okay. Sincerely though, stop me and talk to me. I love to hear the stories and experiences of our students about what you're doing and your dreams. You can also feel free to ask me about the best food in Upper Commons or where the best views on campus are. And that last one is a trick question because we have spectacular view from everywhere on campus. Convocation is a special moment for everyone here. And it can be a mix of a happy day or sad and emotional day. And for some of you, it's been all of that. But all of you, it should be a day, for all of you, it should be a day of pride and excitement. Convocation is the start of your new academic journey to finding your passion and your purpose. At Roger Williams, we will challenge you to dive deeper and soar higher. Our students immerse themselves in hands-on learning. You'll dive into a dynamic, real-world education that will help you find your passion and give you the knowledge to become the change makers and leaders the world needs. With nearly 50 majors and 70 minors, along with research, community work, internships, and leadership opportunities in clubs and organizations, you'll create a powerful combination of skills and experiences that you'll be truly your own. And I stand here to let you know that the faculty and staff of Roger Williams are committed to your success. We believe in you, and we'll be right beside you each step of the years ahead. We're excited to see what you can accomplish. Get to know your faculty. We're a close family at Roger Williams, and we thrive in our small classrooms and personal interactions between faculty and students. And remember, this is a fresh start. Forget your academic past and build a spectacular future here at Rogers. This is a fresh start. My life hero was my undergraduate advisor at Tufts, Professor Lloyd Trefethen. He's single-handedly the one that mentored me and coached me, not only during my undergraduate years, but through graduate school, through my first years as professor at Tufts, and even during my deanship at the School of Engineering at Tufts. Beyond forging mentoring relationships with your faculty, you'll also make lifelong friendships here, and you may even meet your spouse here, your life partner. They may be sitting 2 rows behind you or next to you right now. And the beauty of a university environment is that you get to learn from each other. You'll have the opportunity to meet people from all states and many countries around the world and learn from their experiences. We have students here from all continents. You will learn, live, and play over the next years with people like you and people very different than you in a community which is built on mutual respect, discourse, and higher education. And I would like to share some advice to the parents who are watching us on TV screens, unfortunately. Many of you here with us today are likely first-timers, dropping your oldest or only child for college for the first time. I know this because the parents who are dropping off their second or third child at college are probably already at home. But for the first-timers, it can be hard to leave them. So my advice is this: let them go. I hope that you can trust us, trust the process, and trust the years you have spent preparing your loved ones for this opportunity. Let them show you that what they can do and see how they'll soar here. I did it with my 2 own girls, and I did not want to let them go either. They both studied at Tufts, a place that I knew inside out, having spent over 20 years there. But still, when I dropped them off for the first year in college, I went to the bathroom of the dorm and almost fainted. But I let them go, and they both did very well on their own. But please know, we will take good care of them. Heidi and I live on campus, and we'll often have lunch and dinner with students, either in the dining hall or at our house, and attend performances and sport events. Let them go, and we'll take care of them. So welcome and good luck, and remember your call to action to dive deeper and soar higher. This is the challenge and the opportunity of joining Roger Williams. Roll up your sleeves and try new things, to research and explore ideas that tackle global challenges and confront issues around equity and justice. You are now officially members of the class of 2027. Look forward to seeing you on campus throughout the year, and let's go Hawks!
Thank you, President Mialish. It's my pleasure to welcome to the podium Dr. Jeffrey Merriweather, Dean of the School of Arts, Humanities, and Social Sciences, to provide the academic address on behalf of Associate Provost Becky Spritz and also Provost Margaret Everett. Both of them have children starting college and unable to be here, and so they're working and helping out their daughters. So, Dr. Merriweather, welcome to the stage.
Here we go, Hawks. Let's go! Come on! You're at RWU now. That's not going to work. Here we go, Hawks! I'm going to see you in 4 years. You better work on that. It's my pleasure to welcome members of the Board of Trustees, our exceptional faculty, administration, staff, orientation advisors, and student volunteers, parents and family members, and especially our incoming students. Here we go, Hawks! All right, you're going to have to see me after class. As Dean of the Feinstein School of Humanities, Arts, and Education, I thank you for participating in convocation exercises today and celebrating this important milestone together. As an historian, I appreciate the transition from one chapter in your lives to the next. This is truly a rite of passage, one that socially marks you as one heading off on a new adventure, shaping a career, further crafting, and even beginning to solidify your identity. As a parent of a new undergraduate, I also appreciate the time, effort, patience, love, and trust that it's taken to help deliver you to this campus today. And this is now your campus, and I congratulate you on this meaningful event. I've been with Roger Williams University since 2001. It was an exciting place to begin working 2 decades ago, but the institution you see here in 2023 is so much more. Did you know we have study abroad opportunities that can take you quite literally around the globe? Did you know those research opportunities you crave, the ones that enable you to apply your classroom experiences out in the world, can begin in your first year? The age of COVID robbed this generation of secondary education students of many opportunities for educational adventure and the seeking of knowledge. But you're at RWU now. We'll welcome you. We meet you where you are, and will introduce you to the truly vast opportunities we can provide. I hope you are ready, because we certainly are. And to the parents, part of our role is to help your children to help themselves. You are their advocates, and now so are we. An element of that advocacy is teaching them how to leave this fine university in 4 years, ready for the next chapter as they take up employment, further shape their identities, and refine their tastes, or head into graduate education. And at that time, if they choose graduate education at RWU, this university will be better for it. For the students, sleep and hydration are your best friends. How many of you have been sleeping well these last 2 dates? No, come on. 8 full hours. Yeah, I know that's not true. The knowledge you develop and the skills you hone will make much more sense and be much more effective if you are physically, mentally, and emotionally present to engage them. Look out for yourselves. Take care of your roommates. Encourage them to ask for help and seek it out when you need it. Nobody who works at Roger Williams University performs their duties alone. All of us work together to support you and advance this institution. You belong here, and we are here to help and to celebrate you. Finally, go to class. Come on. See, the faculty know. All that is left is, number one, applaud your families for delivering you here. Give it up for your families. And number 2, we're here to celebrate you, and so congratulations and welcome to RWU. I think I just lost your place there, VP.
It's my pleasure to introduce Dr. June Speakman, Professor of Political Science and Faculty Senate President, to provide the faculty address. Dr. Speakman?
Yeah, Dr.
Thank you, Dr. I'm scared a little bit because of Dean Merriweather, but I'll be okay. That was shouting. I don't shout. Okay, so, but thanks for riling them up, Jeffrey. So, members of the Platform Party, President Mialis, deans, families, wherever you are out there somewhere, friends, colleagues, and most importantly to you, the students. My name is June Speakman, and I am beginning my 28th year as Professor of Political Science at Roger Williams University. I have the honor of addressing you in my capacity as President of the Faculty Senate. On behalf of the faculty at Roger Williams, many of whom are seated over there, allow me to bring greetings and welcome to you, the class of 2027, and sooner for some of you, as you join our community of learners. I'd like my colleagues and the faculty to please rise and welcome our students, if you are able. There are a whole bunch more of us, trust me. These are representatives of the faculty. So I know that you're all eager to get on with the task of settling in and saying so long to your people, if you can find them out there in TV land. So I'll just take a couple of minutes to share some tips and tricks with you. So starting in a very few days, you will begin classes with these professors and others who will work with you as architects, engineers, biologists, psychologists, economists, poets, and painters. They will guide you to challenge assumptions, tackle tough problems, understand diverse peoples and perspectives, explore new areas of inquiry, see and make connections, ask tough questions, imagine new answers, to, as the late, great David Foster Wallace says, construct meaning from experience. And if you haven't read David Foster Wallace, I strongly recommend it. A few bits of advice about navigating the journey that you are about to begin with us, your professors, and with each other. Come chat with us after you go to class, as Dean Merriweather recommended. Come chat with us after class or in our offices. It will pay off for both of us in many ways. Do the reading, ask questions in class, take the extra credit assignments if we offer them. Try something new. Pick up a camera, go to a play or a dance concert. You can walk to them from anywhere on campus. Study abroad. Figure out what the big deal about poetry is, or history, or economics, or why that beautiful Mount Hope Bridge stays up. I worry about that a lot, but I trust the engineers. Or figure out about oysters. What do we do about oysters here? One of the great joys of our faculty gig is that we come to watch you discover your passion. Carry a refillable water bottle, fill it, and hydrate. That seems to be a theme here. If an idea or a comment or an expression of opinion makes you angry or uncomfortable, don't shy away from it. Push back with ideas and analysis and civility. Find allies in that conversation. Be kind to each other. Know that words are powerful weapons. Use them with sensitivity, good purpose, passion, and care. And this is my own personal thing, vote. If you are not registered, please do it. And if you're an international student, welcome to this circus of American politics. Take the time to think. Take the time to think. Really think. I know Amazon can deliver you a package in like 10 minutes now, it seems. I know Netflix or whatever you guys use for streaming can bring you all the things right away. And that TikTok does whatever TikTok does. I haven't figured that out yet. I'm just figuring out Twitter, which is now called something else. So, but y'all love TikTok, we're told. Your device will keep you in constant touch with each other, with your families, and with everyone else in the world. But know that wisdom, insight, analysis, understanding, and skill at your own work, your own academic work, doesn't come quickly. They don't come quickly. They take time. So take the time to let concepts percolate, to let new ideas settle in, to let new perspectives push against old assumptions. That's where the creativity lives, whether in the lab, in the studio, in the library, or the lecture hall, or just talking with your colleagues late at night. And don't be afraid of making mistakes. It happens. Our engineers and our natural scientists will tell you that their successes in their labs are built upon failures and perseverance, trial and error, questioning and head scratching. And appreciate the staff here at the university, from the folks in the registrar's office and housing, student programs, facilities, the bookstore, the dining commons, public safety, the library, media tech, and the wonderful administrative assistants and secretaries that you will find in all of the offices here around the university. They keep this place going for us. Say thanks to them now and again. They keep us well fed, well housed, warm, and safe. And to your family, here's hoping that when these students come back to you at Thanksgiving this year, they will show the fruits of this intellectual voyage that we have begun together. All right, off we go. Welcome to this community. Thank you for joining us, and we'll see you in class. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Speakman. Student Body President Zoe Cormican, a member of the class of 2025, is from New Hampshire and majoring in legal studies. Along with Zoe's involvement in Student Senate and serving as an orientation advisor, Zoe is a member of our Commonwealth Coast Conference champion varsity women's lacrosse team and our National Club champion women's rugby team. Zoe, it's all yours.
Don't forget. All right, bear with me, y'all. This is my first ever public speech, but hopefully I'm as good as a TED Talker somewhere over there. Good afternoon, President Mialis, members of the Platform Party, faculty, staff, families, and most importantly, what is up, class of 2027? Yeah, all right. I'm so thrilled to be speaking to you all inside on this rainy day. I'm so happy y'all didn't make us go outside. But I have some important advice and tips from a student's perspective, so please listen up the best you can and bear with me. For those who I haven't had the privilege to meet yet, my name is Zoe Cormican, and I'm really honored to be serving as your student body president. As Dr. King said, I'm a legal studies and political science major. I'm a junior, and I also play women's lacrosse and rugby. Yeah, we are national champs, just saying. As well as sports, I'm an active member of the College Democrats, the mock trial team, a singer for Jurassic Measures a cappella, and I also serve as a residential assistant for Stonewall 2. And that's enough about me. I want to talk about you guys. I want you all to know that your first year of college is always the hardest, not because of classes, we have plenty of resources to help you with that, but because all of you are experiencing your year of firsts. Some of you all are away from home for the first time. Some of you are meeting new people for the first time, and I hope all of you join something new for the first time. But whatever your experience is, please know that me, along with all these lovely people behind me, are here for you, and that is just the beginning. Everyone, from faculty, from staff, to your own peers, want you to succeed and are here for you. You can truly be anything you want to be in college. This is your chance to start over. Yes, that is terrifying, but it's also an awesome opportunity. Before I started my freshman year, I cut my long hair and got a ton of tattoos. I actually just got my new dinosaur tattoo right here. If you want to see it, you can come by after. I don't know why I really did that, but I just thought it was time to jumpstart the changes that college brings. I'm not saying that you should cut your hair or get tattoos. Families, I want to make that very clear. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that changes affect everyone differently, and no matter what you're going through, we're all here for you. What I'm trying to say is take advantage of the changes around you and welcome them. Remember, everyone here is going through changes, so meet each other, say hi to someone you don't know, and help each other navigate them. The most important piece of advice is to use the resources Roger offers you, that I'm sure you all remember from your wonderful OA staff. But if you don't, that's okay. We'll keep drilling that information in your head. For a wonderful tutoring center to your very own residential assistant or commuter assistant and peer mentor, Roger provides you support from faculty to even your own peers. Now, I'm supposed to tell you about my own experience and bore you with what I did my first year, but it ultimately comes down to getting involved in something outside the classroom. Being an active member of the Roger community is truly what you make of it. By getting involved is the best thing you can do for yourself. I'm not saying to join everything, I'm just saying to start small and work your way up. The easiest way is to get started within your own interests. Here's an example. Are there any legal study majors out there? Okay, a few. Wow, not a lot. Okay, a few. Cool, but awesome. Mock trial is a perfect start for anyone who's interested in debate and legal etiquette. So you can start there if you want. How about any STEM majors? Who's my science people? Okay, there it is. You got a lot of science people here. All right, we got so many options for you all. We have a Marine Science Club, Forensic Science Club, Women, the Society of Women Engineers, and so much more. How about video game people? Who games? Yeah? Oh, you shot up. All right, I got you. We have an esports team, an alternative entertainment club, and so many types of plays you can get into, video games you can get into. And what about athletes? Who wants to play sports here? Okay, there it is. All right, athletes. All right. We have intramural teams. We have varsity programs. We got club sports. Again, women's rugby won, so even if you're not an athlete, come check us out because we're dope. And we have several recreational clubs for you guys to get in part of. But truly, there is something here for everyone, and I hope that you come to our involvement fair, September 6th. I'll see all of you there, and see for yourself. Getting involved in anything, whether it's a club, organization, sports, or even an on-campus job, is you are making the connections that truly make this school feel like home. Not only that, but every activity we have on this campus is always welcoming people to join them. So try stuff out. If you like a club, stay. If you don't like it, check it off and move on. I joined 34 clubs my freshman year. I stayed with 4. That's it. So join and try stuff out. There's no commitment, and it's just the best thing you can do. Getting involved truly heightens your college experience, and I'm telling you, knowing upperclassmen from a club, sport, organization is an absolute game changer. Not only do you have new friends or a group that you're a part of, but you can use them for their car. And I'm not even like making a joke at that. Mid-semester, when you're on this campus for long, you're gonna need that car. So I would really advise knitting upperclassmen. But seriously, getting involved is the best advice I can give you. And if you can't find anything that interests you here, make your own group. There's really no reason why not every single one of you can join something. And that is my challenge to you all. Step out of your comfort zone and join one thing this semester that interests you. And who knows, one of y'all might take my spot up here one day, so I don't have to give this speech again. But I remember my own convocation, looking at my student body president and being like, I really want to do that one day. And now that I'm here, it's kind of terrifying. So you guys can take it if you want. But it all starts with getting involved, meeting new people, and building relationships with these awesome people behind me. All right, I'm almost done. Just bear with me a couple more minutes. But this is my first year survival guide, so listen up, because if you don't, everyone will know. All right. 1, do not use an umbrella here. The wind is incredibly strong, and you'll get twice as wet, and I'll laugh at you. Just duck your head in your jacket, and you'll be fine. 2, do not use the trays and commons. I honestly don't really know why students are against the trays, but don't do it unless you work here. There's no offense to you all. Just we don't use them. 3, go to events. You never know who you're gonna meet, and it's a fun, free way to meet new people, try new things, get free food, and maybe we'll even get you to join something. And last but not least, whenever you see these awesome people behind me, or the people that helped you check in, or the faculty, step out of your comfort zone and say hello to them. Introduce yourself. They're just people, and they're here for you. Okay, one more thing before I pass off the microphone. I already mentioned my challenge to you about joining one thing or trying something out, but I want to know what it is. So take out your phones. Oh yeah, see, I know all you got one. Take it out. And if you have an Instagram, and families, you can do this too if you want to follow me, I don't know. If you have an Instagram, and if you want to, there's no pressure, you can follow me on Instagram at Zoe Corum, ZoeyCorm. Yeah, okay, a lot of laughing, I get it. But I'm pretty inspirational, I'm just saying, so if you all want to follow, you can too. But this way, you can message me about what activity you tried out or you're interested in joining. And this way we'll have a constant form of contact that you can talk to me if you have any questions about classes, involvements, anything, Roger, or you just want to talk. And yes, I do have a car. I'm putting that out there. But seriously, feel free to reach out to me anytime. I work to serve you guys, and I want to make sure everyone feels the welcome and excitement that you deserve to start your journey here. Here at Roger Williams, you have an opportunity to be who you want to be and pursue your goals and aspirations. So don't be afraid to take those chances and take those experiences head on. I hope that you all know that I'll always be in your corner, and along with our student leader community, and our goal is to make sure you know you belong here. So reach out to us and ask all the questions. Thank you so much for your time, y'all. On behalf of the Roger Williams University student body, I am so officially to welcome you to the Hawk family. And as always, it's a great day to be a Hawk. All right. Thank you.
Mr. Greg Kimmel currently resides in Milford, Connecticut, with his wife Lisa and 2 sons. He is a senior partner of the law firm of Bircham Moses PC with 33 attorneys and offices in Milford and Westport, Connecticut, specializing in civil litigation cases. Greg holds a BA from the University of Rhode Island in political science, a JD from RWU School of Law, and an MBA from Sacred Heart University. Please welcome our family speaker, Mr. Greg Kimmel.
Thank you, Dr. King. Good afternoon. Let me start by welcoming you all who are now a part of the Roger Williams family. As Dr. King said, I am a 1997 graduate of the School of Law. I was the second graduating class from that institution. My wife Lisa and I are the proud parents of Max, who is a junior finance major here at Roger Williams and a goalie on the men's lacrosse team. We also have another son, Sam, who is a senior in high school right now. Next year, we will be going through this process again with him. Welcome to all of you. I know we're getting near the end of the ceremony, and all the students, and probably some parents as well, who are watching us remotely, are sitting there saying, I can't believe I have to listen to this parent right now. But you have to, sorry. I would probably be saying the same thing. I promise to keep it short and within my allotted time. It is amazing how much this campus has grown since I was here and graduated in '97. The beauty and the location of the campus is the same, but none of the north part of this campus was here. The only thing new on the campus at that point was the School of Law. Since then, the expansion of the athletic fields, the facilities, the new dorms, the new academic buildings is remarkable. Enjoy it and take advantage of all of these things. Later today will be a big step in all of your lives. This includes the first-year students, transfer students, and the parents, especially the parents who are dropping their child off for the first time. For the vast majority of the students, this will be the first time you are living on your own, which is a huge change. But don't forget, today is also a big change for your parents. While they may say they're looking forward to a little less chaos and noise around the house, they really are going to miss having you around. So when you say your goodbyes later today, or this weekend, or if you already said them, and you embark on this new journey, please remember it is also a new journey for them as well. Indulge them today. Make them feel special as well. Let them hang around your dorm room a few extra minutes. Let them embarrass you a little bit in front of your roommate. Let them take a few extra pictures with you actually smiling, and let them hug you today for a few extra seconds. Believe me, they will appreciate it. Parents, enjoy today as much as you can. You are leaving your kids at a great institution that really cares about them. Let the kids grow. Give them some space. It's not like when we were in college when the only way your parents could get in touch with you was on the hall payphone. Most of you kids never had to use a payphone or call your parents collect using an operator. Things have definitely changed. Today's technology makes it so easy for you to communicate. But please, parents, don't overdo it. I know it will be hard to let them be on their own and grow. And students, it will be hard on your parents, especially the first few weeks. Reach out to them every so often. Send them a short text. Text them an unsolicited picture of you and your new friends doing fun stuff. And occasionally, use the phone part of your device and give them a call. They want to hear your voice. They will appreciate it. Parents, on that ride home, you are going to ask yourselves a lot of questions. Did I do everything in my power to get my kids ready? Did I raise them right? Is there anything else I could have or should have done? Are they going to become the adult that I expect them to be? Are they going to go to class? Are they going to succeed? We hope that the answer to all these questions is a resounding yes. Understand that there will be some bumps in the road. You will get that text that could be today, could be tomorrow, could be next week, that they are lonely. They haven't made friends yet. Classes are hard. They didn't do well on an exam, or that they miss home. Be there for them. Listen to them. Encourage them. If they are still having some troubles, understand that the university has a lot of programs and committed professional staff in place to help with this transition. Take advantage of those resources. Don't be ashamed or embarrassed to send an email or make a phone call. If you need it, call the counseling center. Reach out to the Student and Family Assistance Office within Student Life. This university has put these professionals and programs in place for both the students and the family, but they are useless unless you take advantage of them. In 8 short weeks, it will be homecoming and family weekend. Please come back to campus, parents. Your child will appreciate it, and even though they may not admit it to themselves, they will welcome you. Enjoy the activities that day. Go see an athletic event, as they will be going on all day. A lot of the teams that day will be competing against former alumni of this fine institution. It's a lot of fun to watch those games. I know I will be at the field at 6 o'clock watching my son Max in the men's lacrosse game against the alumni. If you want to learn what's going on with the academic side of things and what is being planned for the next few years, go listen to the Meet the Deans panel. It is very informative. If you want to get further involved in the university, parents, there are plenty of opportunities such as the Parent and Family Leadership Council. All of this information is on the school website. All you have to do is put the term parents into the search box and it'll all pop up for you. You don't only have to come back when there is some event going on. Parents, be spontaneous. Take a drive on a Saturday out of the blue. Take your child to Newport for the day. Take them downtown Bristol for lunch. Grab a sandwich and go sit at Colt State Park. Get your child off campus for a little bit. They will appreciate the break from being on campus. They will also appreciate the break from having all of their meals at Commons, even though the food is really good. As a parent, I would be remiss if I didn't give at least a small piece of advice to all of the students. The worst thing I see on parent chat sites is that my child is lonely and has nothing to do. There is only one reason for that. It is because you chose that option. This campus has something going on all the time. In the month of September alone, there are only 4 days all month where there are no athletic events happening, and most of those are on a Monday. Get involved. Turn off the Xbox. Be outgoing. Introduce yourself to the others on the floor in your dorm. Go to Newport. Go to Providence. Leave your dorm room open so others can walk in and say hello. If you see a door open in a dorm room, walk in and introduce yourself. Explore. Okay, I am done being the old man parent and making you have to listen to me. Hopefully it wasn't too painful. Please take advantage of this opportunity, this unbelievable community and campus. And most of all, welcome to the Roger Williams family. Thank you.
Thank you. We are nearing the end of our ceremony. It is time for the Pledge of Academic Integrity. It is my pleasure to welcome to the podium Dr. Dia Das, Dean of the Gabelli School of Business.
Good afternoon, everybody. I have the privilege of administering the Pledge of Academic Integrity to our new students. The pledge embodies a set of ideals driving this institution on its mission to advocate freedom of conscience, equality, and tolerance. By embracing it, you commit yourself to pursue academic achievement of the high standard of which you are able. Its goal is that we shall be collegial in the best sense of the word, a community of scholars working in an atmosphere of honesty and integrity. The faculty of Roger Williams University consider the academic pledge the foundation of trust that makes this community of learning possible. When you take the pledge, you will be welcomed into this academic community, but you must be aware that violation of the pledge will bring serious consequences. You shall pledge yourselves to a personal integrity. You pledge to take responsibility of your actions and decisions. You pledge that you are interested in acquiring knowledge on your own and for its own sake, rather than simply as a display of achievement to impress others as competitive advantage. Finally, you pledge that you seek to forge a bond with your professors and with your fellow students based in trust and common pursuit of knowledge rather than on threat and penalty. I now invite our new students to stand if they are able. I ask that you open your programs to the pledge of academic integrity. Faculty and officers of the university, please stand to witness our students' pledge. New students, please repeat after me. We, the undergraduate students of Roger Williams University, commit ourselves to academic integrity. We promise to pursue the highest ideals of academic life, to challenge ourselves with the most rigorous standards, to be honest in every academic endeavor, to conduct ourselves responsibly and honorably, and to assist one another as we live and work together in mutual support. Thank you. I wish you the best of luck in the coming academic year.
Grab a seat, just 2 minutes. We'll be out of here. Thank you, Dean Das, and congratulations to our entering class. Just this past May, we celebrated commencement on campus for the class of 2023, an impressive cadre of students who navigated over 2 years of COVID challenges while remaining engaged in purposeful learning, community engagement, and leadership. We need everyone in your row and starting in your seat to take their place on campus and establish your own legacy. Students who will collaborate on research projects and present papers at conferences with faculty members, participate in community-engaged learning, provide service and leadership on and off campus, engage in social justice and equity action efforts, participate in student organizations, take on leadership roles, obtain fulfilling internships, and proudly support and participate in athletics, the performing arts, and study abroad. As Dr. Merriweather said, you and your classmates are your future. This is your university now. Bring your ideas for improving academic and campus life forward and volunteer to improve what exists and create what is missing. It is time for you to Roger it up. All commuter and residential students will begin their fall orientation program tomorrow at 10 a.m. in this building. You have received our fall orientation schedule, and you will be provided updates via your RWU email. At 4:45 p.m. today, all residential students begin meetings and dinners as part of their fall orientation. Now the hard part. In order to start fall semester orientation, all parents and family members will need to depart campus by 4:30 p.m. after heartfelt hugs with their students. We want to stop short in calling this a parent curfew, which it is, and hope that folks understand. We enthusiastically invite parents and family members back to campus October 20th through the 22nd for Family Weekend and Homecoming to enjoy a full array of special programs. Look for registration information, reminders in the mail on the RWU Family Facebook page. In the meantime, as our speakers have suggested, return your text messages from your folks with more than one letter responses because money or packages may follow, and reduce their anxiety by sharing what is happening in your life. We thank family members for your virtual presence at Convocation today and wish for each student a purposeful academic journey full of learning, friendships, and personal development. Please stand and remain standing at your seats as we prepare the recessional. The platform party will leave the tent first, with President Mialis leading the platform party, followed by the faculty. Marshals will then guide the entering class out of the field house, and parents can say goodbye to students in front of the field house, their residence hall, on the Commons Quad, or the Library Quad tent. Convocation exercises for the entering class are now concluded. Safe travels, stay well. Pipers, start your march.